or unworthy of care. Stoic wisdom teaches us that genuine self-worth grows when we respect ourselves completely. And there is no deeper, more fundamental respect than taking gentle, powerful care of the physical body you live in. In today's fast-paced, demanding world, we often treat our bodies like machines that should run endlessly without maintenance. We overwork them past their limits, feed them processed junk that drains energy, deprive them of the sleep they desperately need, and push them to the very edge of exhaustion, only to wonder why we constantly feel empty, anxious, disconnected, and unworthy. Your body is not designed to run on chaos and neglect. It is meant to be nourished, loved, honored, and treated with the same care you would give to something precious. Loving yourself more than anyone else means you no longer abuse your physical form just to keep up with others' impossible standards or society's relentless pace. Instead, you begin to protect and nurture your health like it's your greatest treasure, because it absolutely is. Without your health, nothing else in life has meaning. Without energy, you cannot pursue your dreams. Without strength, you cannot support the people you love. Without vitality, you cannot enjoy the beautiful experiences life offers. Marcus Aurelius wrote something profound. What injures the hive injures the bee. When you mistreat your body through poor choices, it affects absolutely everything else in your life. Your emotions become unstable. Your confidence disappears. Your mindset becomes negative and defeated. But when you take the time to show your body genuine love through mindful movement, proper rest, clean, nourishing food, fresh air, and gentle self-care rituals, something absolutely incredible happens. You start feeling proud of yourself. You start walking taller with natural confidence. You start believing you deserve good things because you are actively treating yourself like someone who deserves them. Treating your body like a temple isn't about looking perfect or chasing society's unrealistic beauty standards. It's not about becoming obsessed with appearance or comparing yourself to others. It's about deep fundamental respect. When you nourish your body with wholesome foods, you are telling yourself, I care about me. When you move your body regularly, you remind your spirit, I am alive and grateful for this gift. When you prioritize rest and recovery, you whisper to your soul, you are safe with me and I will protect you. Here's how you can begin this transformation today. First, eat in a way that truly fuels your energy, rather than numbing your emotions or filling emotional voids. Choose foods that make you feel vibrant and alive, not sluggish and regretful. Second, move your body daily, not to punish it for how it looks, but to celebrate the miracle that it can move, stretch, dance, and carry you through life. Third, prioritize sleep like your life depends on it, because it absolutely does. Your body heals, repairs, and rejuvenates during sleep. Fourth, detox not just from unhealthy foods, but from stress, chaos, drama, and toxic environments that poison your peace. Small, consistent actions matter more than you realize. Drinking clean water instead of sugary drinks. Taking a walk instead of mindless scrolling. Going tubed early instead of late-night overthinking sessions. Eating a nourishing breakfast instead of skipping meals. These seemingly tiny choices add up over time and create a powerful message in your subconscious mind. I am worthy of care. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of respect. That deep sense of worth begins to shine through everything you do, from the way you speak to others to the way you approach challenges, from the way you dream about your future to the way you never settle for less than you deserve again. When you treat your body like the temple it is, you no longer desperately seek validation from external sources. You become genuinely proud of who you are, inside and out. That pride is no arrogance or vanity. It is self-love rooted in discipline, consistency, and wisdom. Remember this truth. Wealth, success, relationships, achievements. Nothing means anything if your body is breaking down or neglected. Your health is the solid foundation from which you will build everything else in your life. So love yourself boldly and consistently by honoring your temple. Protect your body, nurture it with intention, and watch how your entire life transforms in beautiful ways. Number 3, kill the comparison game. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. Lust comparison is one of the most silent, devastating thieves of joy that exists. You can begin your day feeling calm, peaceful, and content with your life, and then suddenly, one scroll through social media or one conversation in real life makes you question absolutely everything about yourself. Why am I not there yet? Why doesn't my life look like theirs? What is fundamentally wrong with me? Why do I feel so behind? But here's the life-changing truth that Stoicism reminds us. Comparison blinds you from seeing the unique beauty and progress of your own path. Seneca warned us with these wise words. It is not the man who's too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. When you constantly compare your life to others, you develop an insatiable craving for what other people have, while completely ignoring and dismissing what you already possess. You start running someone else's race instead of your own. You abandon your personal timeline and unique journey. And without even realizing it's happening, you start shrinking your own worth and potential. Loving yourself more than anyone else means learning how to completely kill the comparison game before it kills your confidence, peace, and self-respect. This requires both awareness and intentional practice, but the freedom it brings is absolutely worth every effort. Every single time you compare yourself to others, you add invisible weights to your shoulders. Shame, jealousy, self-doubt, resentment, and inadequacy. You start living your life based on someone else's highlight reel, the carefully curated, filtered, best moments they choose to share, while comparing it to your real, unfiltered, behind-the-scenes reality. The fundamental problem with this approach is simple but profound. Their journey was never meant to look like yours. Your struggles, your timing, your lessons, and your blessings are uniquely designed for the exact person you are meant to become. When you constantly stare at someone else's life with envy or inadequacy, you completely miss your own evolution happening right in front of you. You miss celebrating your small victories. You miss recognizing your growth. You miss appreciating how far you've actually come. You become so focused on where others are that you lose sight of your own beautiful progress. To escape this mental trap forever, you must practice self-awareness. Catch yourself in the sentiments of comparison and gently but firmly shift your focus back to gratitude for your own journey. Instead of asking why them and not me, try asking why not me in my own perfect time. Replace feelings of jealousy with genuine inspiration. Instead of feeling threatened or diminished by someone else's success, use it as proof that greatness and achievement are available to you too, just in your own unique way. Next, take time to clearly understand and define your own personal version of success. Not everybody wants the same things in life, so why measure yourself using someone else's ruler? Some people want fame, others want privacy. Some want wealth, others want simplicity. Some want adventure, others want stability. Define what actually makes you feel fulfilled, peaceful, proud, and rooted in your values. That's your path. And once you commit to that path with your full heart and attention, comparison starts naturally fading because you become too busy growing and building. Practical steps matter here. Spend significantly less time staring at screens and social media, and much more time actually building and living your real life. Limit what you consume if it consistently triggers feelings of low self-worth or inadequacy. Instead, fill your mind with reminders of your own growth and progress. Track your improvements. Celebrate how far you've come, not just how far you still have left to go. Keep a daily or weekly journal where you write down your wins, lessons learned, and moments of growth. When you see your progress written down over time, it becomes much harder to feel like you're not moving forward. Each time you honor your own timeline and celebrate your unique journey, you're making a powerful choice for self-love. The ultimate freedom comes when you finally realize there is no real competition because no one else has your exact heart, your mind, your struggles, your dreams, or your destiny. Kill the comparison game completely and start playing the only game that truly matters. Becoming a better, more authentic version of yourself, for yourself. The moment you decide to see your life as rare, sacred, and beautifully unfinished, that's the exact moment comparison loses its power over you forever. Activate this mindset. Drop it below. My journey is mine. I grow at me own pace. Music. Number 4. Speak to yourself like a best friend. The soul is dyed by the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Imagine if your closest friend came to you, feeling heartbroken, completely doubting themselves, feeling lost and confused about their life. Would you call them weak? Would you tell them they are not enough or too much? Would you criticize their appearance, their mistakes, or their struggles? Of course not. You would speak gently and with compassion. You would encourage them. You would remind them of their strength, their worth, and their potential. Yet so often we speak to ourselves in ways we would never dare speak to someone we truly love and care about. Self-talk. The constant dialogue happening inside your mind shapes your relationship with yourself more than anything else in your life. Marcus Aurelius believed deeply that our thoughts are the foundation of our entire inner experience. If your thoughts toward yourself are harsh, negative, and constantly critical, you slowly destroy your own sense of worth from the inside out. But if your thoughts are kind, empowering, supportive, and encouraging, you become your own source of stability, motivation, and unshakable confidence. Loving yourself more than anyone else means becoming your own best friend, cheerleader, and supporter. It means replacing self-abuse with self-compassion. It means replacing self-criticism with self-encouragement. Too many people walk around every day with a brutal inner critic, constantly telling them they're not good enough, not smart enough, not attractive enough, not successful enough, not worthy enough. This harsh inner voice drains your motivation, kills your creativity, and keeps you stuck in patterns of self-doubt and fear. But here's the life-changing truth that Stoicism teaches us. That critical voice is not actually you. It's what you've unconsciously absorbed from other people, from painful past experiences, from society's unrealistic expectations, and from moments when you felt rejected or inadequate. The beautiful news is that you have complete power to control and transform your inner dialogue. You can choose what voice gets to speak in your mind. You can decide whether your thoughts will build you up or tear you down. Starting today, make the conscious choice to speak to yourself like someone absolutely worth protecting, encouraging, and loving. When you make a mistake, don't immediately call yourself stupid or worthless. Instead, remind yourself gently that you are human and still learning, growing, and improving. When you feel scared about taking risks or trying something new, don't label yourself as weak or cowardly. Encourage yourself like the best friend would. You've made it through difficult things before. You have the strength to make it through this too. When you start doubting your abilities or your worth, don't shrink into self-pity. Remind yourself, I may feel uncertain right now, but I trust myself enough to keep trying and learning. To actively shift your self-talk patterns, you must first develop awareness. Start catching the negative, harsh words when they arise in your mind. Don't automatically accept them as truth. Challenge them with compassion. Replace, I always mess everything up with, I'm still learning and improving every day. Replace I hate the way I look with I'm grateful for everything my body does for me. Replace I'm so stupid with I made a mistake, and that's how I learn. Beyond just removing negative self-talk, you must also actively speak your dreams, goals, and worth into existence. Affirm yourself daily with intention and belief. Tell yourself things like, I am worthy of love and respect. I am becoming stronger and wiser. I believe in my ability to create the life I want. I am proud of how hard I'm trying. These aren't just cheesy, empty phrases. They are mental training exercises. Just like your body needs regular workouts to become strong, your mind needs empowering words and thoughts to develop unshakable confidence and self-worth. Make it a daily practice to speak to yourself with the same patience, kindness, and encouragement you would offer to your best friend going through a difficult time. Celebrate your efforts, not just your results. Acknowledge your progress, not just your destinations. Comfort yourself during setbacks instead of attacking yourself with blame and shame. When you consistently treat yourself like a best friend, something powerful happens. You stop tolerating anything less from other people. You won't beg for scraps of love or chase people who don't value you properly. You won't accept disrespect or emotional abuse. Why? Because your daily self-talk constantly reminds you that you deserve better treatment, respect, and love. Becoming your own best friend is no arrogance or self-delusion. It's emotional maturity and wisdom. It's finally realizing that the relationship you have with yourself sets the standard and tone for every other relationship you will ever have in your life. Affirm it by writing it here and owning it. I speak to myself with love and power. Number 5. Love your own company. He who is afraid of being alone is afraid of being free. Seneca. Most people feel genuine panic at the thought of being truly alone with themselves. They constantly fill their time with noise, people, distractions, entertainment, social media, absolutely anything to avoid the uncomfortable experience of facing themselves in silence. But loving yourself more than anyone else requires developing the courage to be alone with yourself without feeling lonely, anxious, or empty. Seneca believed that solitude builds inner strength because it forces you to honestly confront your own mind, thoughts, and feelings. Only when you can do this can you truly grow into the person you're meant to become. When you genuinely learn to love your own company, you become emotionally untouchable in the best possible way. You stop desperately chasing low-quality relationships just to fill the silence or emptiness. You stop depending entirely on others for entertainment, comfort, validation, or distraction from your own thoughts. Instead, you discover a deeper, quieter, more sustainable joy that actually lives inside you. That is the essence of true self-love. Finding peace, contentment, and happiness within your own presence and your own mind. The fear of being alone often comes from not truly knowing or liking yourself. When you avoid spending time alone, you miss the opportunity to understand your own thoughts, desires, fears, dreams, and values. You remain a stranger to yourself. You become so busy managing relationships with others that you never develop a meaningful relationship with the most important person in your life. You start by intentionally spending quality time with yourself on a regular basis. Turn off your phone completely. Remove background noise and distractions. Just be with yourself. Go for long walks alone and let your mind wander. Sit in a cafe by yourself. and simply observe life around you. Read books that challenge your thinking and expand your perspective. Write in a journal about your thoughts, feelings, dreams, and experiences. Think deeply about what you really want from life, not what others expect from you. At first, this practice may feel uncomfortable, awkward, or even frightening. Your anxiety might scream, "This is weird. People will think I'm lonely and pathetic." Ignore those thoughts completely. Solitude is not a punishment or a sign of social failure. It's a powerful, necessary practice for personal growth and self-discovery. The more intentional time you spend with yourself, the more you will uncover and understand your authentic thoughts, genuine desires, hidden fears, natural strengths, and deepest dreams. You get to know yourself the same way you would get to know someone you care about deeply, by listening carefully and paying attention to what matters to them. Loving your own company also means actively creating a life where you genuinely enjoy being you. Fill your personal space with things that bring you joy and comfort, cozy lighting that makes you feel peaceful, music that moves your soul, books that inspire your thinking, art that speaks,